Hello everyone. Next presentation regarding ecosystem. The concept of ecosystem was first put forth by A.G. Tanlis, that is 1935. Ecosystem is the major ecological unit. It has born, structure and function. The structure is related to species diversity. The more complex is the structure, the greater is the diversity of the species in the ecosystem. That ecosystem, the complex of living in organism, their physical environment and all other interrelationships in a particular unit of space. An organism is always in the state of perfect balance with the environment. The environment literally means the surrounding. Ecosystem. The term ecosystem was first coined by A.G. Tansley. It consists of two words. Eco means that is the meaning of environment and system means that is the interaction. Thus, the ecosystem refers to the things and conditions around the organism which directly or influence the life and development of the organism and their population. According to E.P. Oram, the ecosystem is the basic functional unit of organism and their environmental interacting with each other and with their own components. A brief treatment of ecosystem, that is the biosphere. The ecosystem can be categorized into abiotic constituents including minerals, climate, soil, water, sunlight and all other non-living elements, and its biotic constituents consisting of all its having a number of members. Linking these constituents together are two major forces: the flow of energy through the ecosystem and the cycling of nutrients with the ecosystem. An ecosystem may be conceived and studied in the habitat of various sizes. For example, 1 square meter of grassland, a pool, a large lake balanced aquarium, and the certain area of river and ocean. All the ecosystem of earth are connected to one another. For example, river ecosystem with ecosystem of ocean. So what is the structure of this ecosystem? The structure of ecosystem is basically a description of organism and physical features of the environment, including the amount of and distribution of nutrients in a particular habitat. It also provides information regarding the range of climatic conditions prevailing in the area. From the structure point of view, all ecosystem consist of the following basic components. These components is abiotic components, second biotic components. These are two components. In particular, first biotic components, ecological relationships are manifested in the physiochemical environment. Abiotic component of the ecosystem includes basic inorganic elements and compounds such as soil, water, oxygen, calcium, carbonates, phosphates, and a variety of organic activities or health. It also includes physical factors and ingredients as moisture, wind currents, and solar radiations. Biotic components is the biotic components include all living organism present in the environmental system. From nutrition point of view, the biotic components can be grouped into two basic components. First one is autotrophic components and second one is heterotrophic components. Herbivorous means that is a plant eaters. Carnivorous means that is secondary consumers and depends on herbivorous. Omnivorous means eat everything whatever is available. Then scavengerous, that is dead material is eaten by them. For example, vulture. Vulture are rare due to pesticide. Then detritivores, that is a feeds on part of dead organism. Decomposers means that is the bacteria and fungi which recycle organic matter and ecosystem by biogeneration and releasing the resulting simpler inorganic compounds or water where they are taken up as nutrients by producers. An ecosystem categorized in minerals, climate, soil, water, and sunlight. These are all our biodiversity fundamentals. The again fundamental source of energy in almost of ecosystem, that is the radiant energy from the sun. Then autotrophic components is primary producers. It includes all the green plants which fix the radiant energy of the sun and manufacture food from inorganic substances through photosynthesis. So heterotrophic components is it includes green bacteria, non-green plants, and all animals which take food from autotrophs. So biotic components of an ecosystem can be described under the following three heads. First one is secondary producers, second consumers, third decomposers or reducers. Secondary producers is then photoheterotrophs, that is including most purple bacteria and green bacteria, produce energy from light and use organic components to build structures. They consume little or none of the energy produced during photosynthesis. They use radiant energy of sun in photosynthesis process. Other hydrophytes of the pond, that is grasses of field, trees of the forest are example of producers. Second is consumers. Those living members of the ecosystem which consume the food synthesized by producers are called as consumers. Under this category are included all different kinds of animals and found in an ecosystem. There are different classes of consumers such as consumers of the first order or primary consumers, consumers of a second order or secondary consumers, consumers of third order or tertiary consumers. Then scavengers is consumers of the first order or primary consumers, means that is these are purely herbivorous animals that are purely dependent on the producers and or green plants for their food, that is insects, rabbits, deer, cows are some of the herbivores in the terrestrial ecosystem and small crustaceans and molluscs in the aquatic habitat. Second one is consumers of second order or second order or secondary consumers. These are carnivorous or omnivorous. Carnivorous are flesh eating animals that are adapted to consume herbivorous as well as plants as food. Examples of secondary consumers are sparrow, crows, fox, wolves, dogs, cat, and sex, etc. Third one is consumers of third order or tertiary consumers, means these are top carnivores which prey upon other carnivores, omnivores, and herbivorous. Lions, tigers, hawks, vultures, etc. are considered as tertiary or top consumers. The parasites or scavengers is the parasite plants and animals utilize the living tissues of different plants and animals. The scavengers utilize dead remain of animals and plants as their food. The fundamentals of this source of energy is almost all ecosystem is radiant energy from the sun. The energy of sunlight is used by the ecosystems, then atrophic or self-sustaining organism. Consisting largely of green vegetation, these organisms are capable of photosynthesis. That is, they can use the energy of sunlight to convert carbon dioxide and water into simple energy carbohydrates. These are the all our scavengers. The decomposers and transformers is decomposers and transformers are the living components of the ecosystem and they are fungi and bacteria. Decomposes, decomposers attack the dead remains of producers and consumers and degrade the complex organic substances into simpler compounds. Bacteria generally attack on the animal tissue and fungi on the plant tissue. Plant and animal material is degraded, that is enzymatically, and released as basic elements into the environment, where the elements are again available to the producers for reuse. First producer is producers are trees of different kind beside trees, shrubs, herbs are also present. Producers are also called autotroph, which made their food by themselves in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Consumers and heterotrophs. Consumers are represented by herbivorous, carnivorous, and omnivorous, which are directly or indirectly dependent on producers for their nutrition. Consumers are further divided into herbivorous and carnivorous. What is meant by herbivorous? Like ants, flies, beetles, leaf hoppers, feed trees, leaves, while larger herbivores are elephant, deer, etc. And what is the carnivorous? Small carnivores like snake, birds, fox feed on herbivores. Large carnivorous is lion, tiger feed on small carnivorous and herbivorous consumers. Are further divided into herbivorous and carnivorous. Decomposes a variety of microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, protozoa, which decompose the dead body of plant and animal and convert into simpler form. During decomposition process, nutrient, nitrogen and carbon dioxide gas is released. The autotrophs use the energy stored within the simple carbohydrates to produce the more complex organic compounds such as proteins, liquids, and starches that maintain the organism's life process. The autotrophic segment of the ecosystem is commonly referred to as producer level. What is a pond as an ecosystem? A pond is a self sufficient and self regulating system. It can be divided into four basic units. First one is abiotic substances, second, producers of a land, third, consumers, fourth, decomposers. This is a pond ecosystem. This all over the fish and underwater animals also available. First is the skimmer, then plant pockets is available, liner system is available. In underwater the fish or underlayment is available. Rocks and gravel is available and biofuels. These all over pond ecosystem, the n number of animals is going to be live their life in happily. This is called pond ecosystem. Pond as an ecosystem, first one is abiotic substances. These include water, oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, phosphorus, amino acids and humic acids. A part of these nutrients is in solution and is readily available to organism. Pond as an ecosystem, that is a producers of a pond, are of two types: rooted or large floating plants generally growing in a shallow water. Second, millets floating algae called phytoplankton. When in abundance, the phytoplankton give greenish color to the water. They are important in the production of basic food in the ecosystem. Then, pond as an ecosystem. Consumers, they can't make their own food. They feed directly on living plants and their own remains. In a pond, there are three kinds of consumers. First one is primary consumers. They are largely herbivorous. They feed directly on plants. In that particular benotes, benthic population of a pond includes insects, larvae, fish, mollusks, etc. Zooplankton is they mainly feed on phytoplankton and includes protozoans, etc. In B category, there is secondary consumers is available, and these are carnivorous that feed on primary consumers or herbivorous. In a pond, Beetles feed upon zooplankton. Fish consumers small fish, larvae, and zooplankton. Territory consumers is they are the predators. Large fish feed upon small fish and thus become the top consumers. Next, decomposers. When other physical conditions like temperature are favorable, the aquatic bacteria and fungi decompose the dead organism and the materials are released on reuse. So these are all our system regarding ecosystem and all other consumers and components of the ecosystem. Organic matter generated by autotrophs directly or indirectly sustain heterotrophic organism. Heterotrophs are the consumers of the ecosystem. They cannot make their own food. They use, rearrange, and ultimately decompose the complex organic materials built up by the autotrophs. All animals, all animals and fungi are heterotrophs, as are most bacteria and many other microorganisms. Together, the heterotrophs and heterotrophs forms various trophic levels in the ecosystem. The producer level composed of those organisms that make their own food. The primary consumer level composed of those organisms that feed on producers. The secondary consumer level composed of those organisms that feed on primary consumers, and so on. The movement of organic matter and energy from the producer level through various consumer level make up a food chain. For example, a typical food chain is grasswood might be grass producer and mouse that is primary consumer, then snake that is secondary consumer, then hawk territory consumer. Actually, in many cases, the food chains of the ecosystem overlap and interconnect. Farming, what ecologists call a food web. The final link in all food chain is made up of decomposers, those heterotrophs that break down dead organism and organic waste. A food chain in which the primary consumer feeds on living plants is called as grazing pathway, that in which the primary consumers feeds on dead plant matter is known as the detritus pathway. Both pathways are important in accounting for the energy budget of the ecosystem. So these are all our information regarding ecosystem. If you have any doubts, you can mention your doubts in comment box. Thank you.